everyone, and welcome to episode 166 of the Need to Nerd podcast. I'm your host, Handsome Easy, joined by the powerful Petty B.
Ooh, so powerful.
So
I feel powerful.
You are powerful. You're great. You're amazing.
That's right.
Other than the fact that you like to destroy other people's lands and Magic the Gathering, you're pretty great.
I know. I don't know what's happened to me. What evil has overtaken me.
You know, speaking of evil overtaking you, we are talking about House of the Dragon this week, a place where evil overtakes a lot of people. They go crazy. They lose their minds in the Game of Thrones.
The Targaryen madness.
Yeah. And this week we are talking season 3, doing a review. It is 1 week as of today since the series wrapped. The season wrapped. An 8-episode season, which I'm sure we will talk crap on for the number of episodes at length. But before we do that, let's talk about our nerd fact of the week. Petty, if you were to guess, I don't know if you don't look. How much do you think each episode costs?
Well, I know that the cost is only going up. So, based on the number of dragon tails that are in this season, probably cost about $5 million total between all of them.
You think of $5 million an episode?
Not an episode, but
per dragon.
There are some, no, just like total budget. There are some episodes that there are less dragons, so I think that 5 is a good number as far as.
Oh, buddy, you're so low. Oh,
how
buddy,
low can I go?
You are on the floor. This is $20 million per episode show.
Whoa. That's crazy.
So they have the budget to do a lot. A lot. And I thought that was a really interesting budget for this show. Considering none of the actors are super I think they were just all signed on for the entire show when they signed up. So it's not like their cost goes up as the show goes on.
Sure.
So like you said, it's all about the Drogons and the things, but one of the things that it's really interesting is it means that the battles can be pretty epic, and we'll get into that a little bit during the show. But before we do that, it's my week to host, so I gotta talk about the Discord. The Discord's be poppin'. We got Magic the Gathering, we got fantasy football, we got Spencer, who hasn't watched anything from D23 yet and needs to go watch it so he can post in there.
Yeah, D23, I saw a few things come out. Maybe we can talk about it next week.
But yeah, the Discord be popping. Get in there, or be square. Share the show, share it with your friends, share it with your enemies. Share it with the other houses in the house, whether they're Team Green or Team Black. This show is for them this week. So with that being said, let's talk about House of the Dragon Season 3. Patty B, what is it?
Oh, shoot. That means I have to read this giant paragraph that I posted. So, if you don't know, this show is about the reign of House Targaryen. It is a prequel to the popular HBO series Game of Thrones. This series is based on the Fire and Blood book by George R.R. Martin. It is set nearly 200 years before the events of Game of Thrones, telling the story of the Targaryen Civil War with King Viserys I. King Viserys I, Targaryen's children, battling for control of the Iron Throne. In Season 3, the factions of House Targaryen engage in a war like no other. That is an understatement. Rhaenyra seems poised for victory with an army of dragons under her control. Aegon II fleeing the capital, and a fraught bargain struck with Alicent. But the balance of power shifts in unforeseen ways as loyalties fracture, bonds reshape, and unpredictable new players enter the fray.
Woo! Dude. Give me a second. I gotta pull up.
It's an amalgam of a couple descriptions on some websites. So
I gotta pull up. Sorry, I'm gonna have to edit this part out. Okay. I wanted to pull up the episode numbers. So. Okay. So, before we get into this, well, actually, before anyone's wondering, if you want to watch this, you can do it on HBO Max. Is the place to watch this. It is the home of the Game of Thrones stuff, and it is, hopefully next season. Hopefully, it'll be 2 years since we see the next season. So if you haven't watched it, there's plenty of time to catch up. And I think it's worth the watch. And in all honesty, before we even talk about first impressions, I want to talk about the reception for season 2. Because, a couple of years ago, we did a podcast on season 2. Maybe we even did it last year. I'm not sure. But, you and I liked season 2 quite a bit. We thought it was too short. We thought that was the entire problem. And I just think that this season was amazing. Before we even get into first impressions. And that it suffers from the same problem of being too short before we go into everything else. And I wanted kind of your thoughts, like, you and I have liked both of the other seasons. I don't know. Is there, before we just go into anything, did you feel like it was too short?
So sorry. Are you asking if I thought that this season was too short?
Yeah. Did you also feel like this one was too short?
So, in a way, not like I did last season. Last season, I felt it was too short just because it was kind of designed to have 10 episodes and then was cut down to 8, right? Mm-hmm. So the last 2 episodes, right, that were supposed to take place in season 2 were our first 2 episodes of this season, basically.
Yes.
Right. So this season felt super stuffed. Like this season felt awesome and epic because we had a season finale. We had 2 season finales in one season.
What's so funny is I saw somebody on Threads that was like, I'm just going to pretend that these first 2 episodes are the end of season 2, and season 2 is redeemed for me. Like, it's
yeah.
And it's funny. We'll get into kind of the internet stuff later, but I mean, after that first episode of the season, I'll just get into first impressions now. I was like, man, this season's going to be too short for me. 8 episodes. There's no. How do you come back from this being episode 1? But this year, it didn't disappoint. I think my first impression of this is, wow. This is peak television right now. Like, this is the best thing on TV. The other thing that I want to talk about is 2 parts, and that's the internet. Unless there's anything in that vein you want to talk about first impressions.
No, we can go into the internet. The internet is the internet.
Okay. And I love the internet. We're on a podcast, so obviously we have to. There are good parts of the internet. Hopefully this podcast is one of them for you. I remember vividly us as a world, as an entire world, agreeing to not post spoilers till Wednesday for Game of Thrones. Was that not just the rule? You had till Wednesday. You had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. You were allowed to start talking about it. Was that not the general rule that we all agreed on?
That was the general rule we all kind of agreed on in that office space. But some people...
the younger people. Let's be clear about who this is.
This is the younger people. This is also, a lot of that kind of office culture went away after COVID.
that TikTok generation, man. No, I'm just kidding. I love TikTok.
We sound like old guys here.
I'm just saying, why are you posting TikToks of the show while it's happening?
I don't understand it, but that's
it is engagement farming. You're doing it for clicks, and it's disgusting. I just block them, dude. Straight up, if somebody posts a clip while the show is like on Sunday of the show, I block that account. I'm like, I don't want to see this early. 2, what could the comments possibly say other than why are you spoiling the show? But it's all engagement bait. But also, I have a thing for the Threads users. Threads is designed so you can talk early. There is an entire feature that lets you not spoil stuff. And I got into fights with, I'm like, that there's a feature that lets you just not spoil, right? That if I want,
like covering,
yeah,
like you can
it's not coloring, it like sparkles it all out and stuff.
Yeah, and then like someone who has to click on it to see, I've interacted with this.
Yes, and people don't. There are people that don't use it. I'm like, are you stupid?
Yes, and there are some people who use it very well, and like do a lot of good funny comedy bits using the spoiler feature.
It's just it's insane to me that Threads is the thing that I use the most. That's my favorite social media app. I will sing its praises till the end of the day. If you're too stupid to be on Threads, to not be able to use it, just get off Threads. It's the only app that offers this other than Discord, guys.
Hey man, like there was a time where I wasn't using Threads because I was like doing it during like the meta boycott or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I would click on a post and then it would take me to Threads. I'm like, oh, damn. Okay.
Anyway, just don't spoil stuff. Like, come on. Also, there's ways to talk about an episode without spoilers. Like, we haven't even spoiled a single thing about the show. What are we, 10 minutes into the podcast? Like, we said it's good. We said it's worth watching. We've told you where to watch it. We've said what the season is about. There's ways to communicate without posting pictures and memes from the show while the show is airing. So. Okay, my next overall impression, other than the things we're talking about, kind of goes into it. And I've never felt this way about book versus show or movie before. But I think the book people need to shut up. And I have reasons why. I will start by saying I have not read Fire and Blood. I started it. It's on my phone. Like I actually have started it. Yeah. But I'm not done with it yet. But it is written by it. Okay. Oh, we're getting so meta.
Breathe in, breathe out.
I know. It's supposed to be written by maesters that obviously. When is it? Do we know when it's written? I actually don't know the answer to this.
It's a good question. It's also a good question. Like, I don't know these things, right? Is it from the perspective of the three-eyed raven?
No, it's the perspective of the maesters. But are they the maesters after the Targaryen fall? Are they it's not written as canon, which is what I think a lot of people are like, that's not what happens. It's like, no, that's not what happens in a book inside the universe. Like the book is not canon. The book is a book inside the universe.
Yeah, history is told by the winners, and they can paint stuff and whatever they want.
I don't know. I should actually look this up. Actually, as I'm listening to it, it'd actually be really interesting. Is it written by the maesters of House Baratheon?
Sure.
Is it written by the maesters? Because if you listen to Joffrey speaking Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the Maesters are supposed to be this impartial
Yeah,
thing, but you see in the main series they have their biases and
yeah.
opinions
So
and
it really bugs me when I see online this, like, the only complaint I saw for this season was it doesn't follow the book, and it's
and
like,
I'm kind of 50-50 on that.
and we'll get
We'll
into
get
it
into that
during
a little
your
later.
thing, but
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, this book is a history book. It's not like this. It's not like they took the source material and destroyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are times in my life, and we've talked about this, I think, a little bit during our Harry Potter episodes. Donate to trans rights, trans lives matter. Trans rights are human lives. Anyway, all that jazz. You have to separate the Harry Potter movies from the books. You just, like, otherwise, it's too much. I think in this case, if you are hoping, why would you want a historical textbook to be a TV show?
That doesn't sound fun. That sounds pretty miserable, if I'm being honest. If my textbook was a TV show.
And I have now read excerpts. I've watched TikToks on the book itself, and I think I'm 2.5 chapters in, so I'm not very far.
Sure,
but like maybe 3.5 chapters in. It's not like just let your babies go and enjoy things to enjoy them, because this was an amazing season of TV. I guess that's what I'm really getting at here. You don't really need to shut up. You can have your opinions. I'm being a little bit flippant here, but I just, it was so good.
You can shut up if you're doing spoilers.
Yeah,
along with that opinion of it sucks.
The books, the people. There's so much of the show has been spoiled by book readers for me.
Yeah.
Just mostly on TikTok, though, for what it's worth. But part of that's the algorithm's fault. I don't know that that's actually the
wow, you're fault. This thing?
You really like House of the Dragon. Did you know that there's a whole book series that people make in-depth TikToks about? I'm like, I didn't need to know that. So, any overall impressions that you have, other than the thing we'll talk about later, for the book thing of like,
it is really just really great TV.
The pacing was not as slow as last season, which I think people liked.
Well, yeah, I mean, and part of that is because they had 2 season finale. They had really good pacing for the last 2 episodes and the first 2 episodes. So a bit of the middle kind of got muddled, but it's still very good TV. Really excited for. I guess I cannot believe we had to wait 2 years. Like, that's the part that's kind of crazy. You're just like, oh man, we have to wait again.
Yeah, I think we will get season 2 of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, though.
Yeah. So they've done it in a way where, like, they'll have a Game of Thrones show releasing.
Actually, I think we might get the Jon Snow show season 1 before this. Will we not?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when
they literally announced the date, didn't they?
I don't know. I haven't kept track of it, so
I think it's 2028.
I'm keeping a skepticism.
I know, but I said it, so now we have to say when.
now we have to verify it. Ugh.
Well, this says that it's not in development, but that is not what was on. We like to live check ourselves on the podcast, so this editing might be a little bit weird. I believed that Kit said it was finally happening, but everything that I'm seeing is that might not be true. Gotcha. So I am sorry for spreading potential misinformation.
Those pesky actors.
No, that's me.
No, I mean, like, it was a joke because I'm also an actor, and saying things that
Well, I don't. I
may
think
not
that I
happen.
might have just got like engagement baited or something. But
Gotcha.
either way, we will get. We do know. I mean, the kid that plays Egg is like the best source for
Oh, yeah.
everything. So
and,
we
and the
do.
guy playing Dunk,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Duncan's so good.
So we will get Game of Thrones next year. It just won't be this. I think that what we were saying about the pacing is right. Like, and we'll get into this during my could be betters, but having something big happen at the beginning and something big happen at the end, I think helped fans. I think it did. So, should we get into spoilers?
Oh yeah, baby.
Okay, so for those who haven't ever listened to the way we do these podcasts, we now will reign free. If you haven't seen the season, pause it, come back. I hope that we've sold you on it. I feel like we just use the word amazing a lot rather than like the specifics. It is visually beautiful. The acting is great.
Mhm.
Like there's a lot of things that we could have said, but it was so good that it was all encompassing this time. Because I feel like sometimes we're like the music or like like
we point to one.
Yeah, we are like, oh, this part's so
thing
good.
Was really great.
This time it's just good. So come back and join us now. Okay, let's talk about overall impressions. These usually are really similar, but we just get to talk about things that like
that could be more potentially spoiler.
Yeah. I'm not going to talk about this in Could Be Betters or Love It, so I'm just going to talk about it now. Like the moment that Rhaena cuts her hand on the Iron Throne.
Yeah, it's a bad omen.
It's just like an encapsulation of the season.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like my overall impression of the season is like, oh, yeah, well, we kind of knew once that happened, things were going to go south. Before that, we were riding high. After that, I mean, I don't know, maybe you're Team Green, maybe you're a psychopath, but like, they have no claim to the Iron Throne, so I don't know why you would be, but, Anyway,
they don't not have a claim.
The
septum was kind of right. Especially with us seeing Aegon
the septum,
come back.
Okay, well, we can talk about that. I'm just saying, you see the change. Was it episode 3? I think it was episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the change. Like it's, and she does good things
to start.
But to start and between then and you see a person that they've built up fall from grace, and from the grace of the viewer, right? Not from the grace of the people or the grace of the. It is what I wish they would have done with Daenerys in a lot of ways. Of like,
it is like her great.
I know, but like, I wish that we would have seen this from Daenerys, where people could have been like, "Oh man, maybe she's not the right.
Maybe
one.
She's not the worst."
No. I mean, maybe Daenerys isn't the right one. Maybe Daenerys isn't.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
just like more of the like that Jon is probably the prince that was promised.
No, I think Daenerys is the prince. This is actually a problem with Game of Thrones that we can get into in some other podcasts. But like, I think Daenerys is the prince that was promised, but she also just is crazy.
Yeah, and the show did a really good job of trying to keep reminding of that. They talk about a lot about that prophecy, like in this season, Rhaenyra is so obsessed that everything is supposed to go right, like that she's ordained as the.
It's an obsession with perfection, right?
That, but also just like being a woman and having people accept you as the ruler, right? Like, it comes with its extra hurdles.
Yeah, we would know a lot about that as women.
Yeah, yes, men, because misogyny, right? Yeah. But no, and then all these terrible things like start, and these horrible omens, keep popping up. but she's like so driven as far as being the one that she eventually says to hell with the omens. So
yeah, I mean, I think that like my overall impression is this season did a good job doing what it was trying to do and telling the story it probably needed to tell.
Yeah.
What about you?
You definitely see. I love, and this could have been like a favorite storyline. But I have a different one, but this one's also very good, so I'm gonna put it here, where like you see at the beginning of the season, there's a power that like dynamic between um, Mysaria, Daemon, and Rhaenyra, and like you see her by the end of the season, like being more like Daemon, and moving on from trying to be of the people and care about that, and just being more ruthless. So
that's interesting. Do you care if we spend like 3 minutes to talk about this?
yeah, sure, yeah.
I think that the time had passed to be like Daemon because of it. I think if she had started like Daemon and just listened and been like F it, it would not have been as big as a deal, because then the seeds wouldn't have been planted.
Are you talking about the dragon seeds, or
just everything? Like if
Sure.
she had just come out and been like, no, like if it was up to Daemon, he would have just burned that army.
Right. There's and there's still remnants of that. It's like where things go wrong, where like there's hesitation. That's now where like some of the dragon seeds are not faithful anymore, right? Like,
well, not only that, but like Daemon listened to her. He was like, this is a point during the show where Devanir was like, he's telling those kids to move.
Oh, like at the end, sure, yeah.
Like, and when you think about the books being written from a perspective, I have not gone to this part of the book. Does it just say that Daemon burned children? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's like, it's not just like what she does; it's also how she looks, right? Like going into using, Valyrian when she's talking to the commoners after killing the High Septon, being in the armor and just kind of taking the more of a masculine persona.
Right, but as she had started her rule as someone of power, rather than as someone who's peaceful like her father, would that have changed?
Oh yeah, I mean, maybe, but there's a lot of stuff that changes, right? Like her sons probably don't die in the way that they did.
Oh, definitely not.
Like this, it's a whole different story.
Right, I'm just saying there's a type of pull, right? It's not just Daemon. I just don't think that Daemon is just wrong, or maybe you're not even saying that. You're just talking about the differences. But I don't even believe. Is it Mysaria? Mysaria. I don't even believe that. I don't believe her. I don't think that anything she says has any merit. I don't think she cares about anyone but herself. I think it's all a farce. So
sure, I think I think she initially started the caring about folks, got wrapped up in the vacuum and the aura.
Oh man, did she get caught in the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, and then like because you had that little bit where the person from the town didn't recognize her anymore, that like she's not actually doing what she said she was doing, and so I think we'll see a return to that, because she didn't go to wherever.
I almost don't want to finish the book until I finish the show. And sure. I've done this one other time. I think I even talked about it on the podcast, where I was like, oh, it might have been Ready Player One.
Mm.
And I loved that movie. I say that and I never watched it again. But let's go into favorite characters.
Okay.
Patty, who is your favorite character this season?
My favorite character, it's kind of a weird one that, like, he's not used as often, but his story is extremely important. And, like, I loved Corlys Velaryon this season, where, like, he has his moments of loyalty, and then it's not repaid, right? Like when he asks to have his sons legitimized, and that causes him to go away and then lose a finger, and like now you don't really know where he stands anymore after being taken by Ormond. And I part of it is I think is Steve Toussaint is just such a great actor that like that this is one of my favorite characters this season.
I think that if we're going with the premise that I said at the beginning, that the show is now telling the actual story and the book tells whatever it tells, this is the most stepped on character in the entire series.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Like, what the heck? Can he does, you know what? It's so funny. He does everything that he can to support the thing that he said. He's a man of his word, I guess is what you can say. And I get why he's your favorite. I wanted to punch him so many times. I think that a lot of
after he got trampled on.
What?
Because of how loyal he was, even when he got trampled on.
I just
don't want to snap out of it, bro. Wake up! Come on.
He after the first episode, I was like, man, the dude is. I mean, how many times? My wife was like, "Is he a cat? How many lives does he have?" What goes on?
Yeah, when Ormond's guys first showed up, I was like, "Oh, they're gonna kill him like that?" Because I just thought he was just dead, right? Like,
but how many times did you think he died this season? How many times did you think he died last season? That's what my wife said. Like, how many times does this guy die? I don't know. He's like loyal to a fault, and then he has like the one lapse and leaves, and it breaks everything down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, the one time he's like, this is too much for me, now it's a problem. I don't know. It's not even it could be better. It's just what happened. I'm just saying.
Yeah. What about you?
What about me?
Yeah.
Daemon is my favorite character this season by so much. I actually think he's one of, in my opinion, two characters who go through actual growth. Maybe Alicent goes through growth. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But between Daemon and like actual growth, like they improved as people, not like, oh, this character changed. But Daemon improved as a person. He realized that he well, let me save that one. And then Aegon improved a lot as a human.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that a lot this episode. But Daemon went from like, I'm invincible, I can do whatever I want and apologize later, and F it if the outcome meets, if it meets the ends, why does it matter? To, oh, shoot, this is my daughter. I gotta figure this out. Like, I have to do something. And realizes that he is not in control. Things have gotten bigger than Prince Daemon that can handle. Like, I think by the time Ulf does his Ulf Nikes, he's like, you know what, dude? This is, I think at the end you're like, I wonder if Daemon thinks he's gonna live through this. I wonder if he's like, I don't know. He's losing that battle. Ulf technically might even have saved him, according to my wife. I don't know that that's how I thought the battle was going, but I just think that Daemon is like, am I sowing my own reward? Like, did I do this to myself?
That's an interesting question that he has to ask, right? Like I don't know if it's necessarily he's out of control, but he's like, because Rhaenyra has taken the throne, he is compelled to show restraint and listen to her and do what she wants. And it's that tug there, right? That causes stuff to go wrong and right in so many different ways with the small folk, with Tumbleton, and all the different little pieces this season. So
yeah, what's so interesting is I actually think that he was right a lot, and him showing restraint later is interesting. You know, one of the questions I asked you earlier about that power dynamic is like, do you think that Daemon was wrong? Because like, if he had just killed that army on the doorstep like he wanted to, none of this would have happened. They lied to her, they tricked her. He was like, there's no, you have to just kill them. They're not going to listen, they don't want to barter, they don't want to trade. He was right.
Yeah.
But he's like, you know what? I'm going to
listen to my wife.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to my wife. Wow, that comes across weird.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
but in a lot of ways, like, it shows his growth. He's like, listen, it's not about me anymore.
Yeah.
Which from season 1 is a different character.
Yeah, he does a lot with a little too, right? Like with all the stuff. I mean,
yeah,
with my favorite storyline, and it involves Daemon.
Well, let's go into your favorite
storyline. So I loved the ongoing storyline of the small folk versus the gold cloaks. It was an interesting, like, bit of side story that, like, had huge impacts. Where, like, all right, so all the money's been hidden, right? And so we have to control these, like, rebellions, right? Little that are orchestrated by Ormond. And first off, I do love all of Ormond's little part of this. Like, my favorite storyline is Ormond's like different schemes, because they're really effective in, like, death by 1,000 cuts, taking her down, by cutting off their resources, having the knots. And so these gold cloaks are basically working for free, and Daemon is the one who inspires them to go without pay, and then they keep getting murdered. And I forget what it was written in the blood, but there was a really cool visual, like a feast for something that was, like, written on the wall with all the rest of those gold.
You're talking about when everybody died?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that was the saddest end to an episode. I was like,
yeah, right. Like, oh no, oh, that's horrible. So, and there may be more. I don't know a lot of the book stuff, but I think there is more to some of the small folk stuff that I'm pretty excited about moving forward.
Yeah, I the thing that interests me about the storyline is, like, I think it's one of those, it goes into my thing of, like, he had the most growth because he realized he couldn't just champion a group of people to do whatever he wanted.
Right.
He did a pretty
good job.
I know, but I think that he realized at one point, he was like, oh, this is all bigger than Prince Daemon.
Yeah.
And what's so funny is, if you had asked anyone season 1 through most of season 2, they were not Team Daemon. They were not like, they were Team Rhaenyra, they were Team... I mean, that is part of the Game of Thrones that I think people find so compelling, is
Have
You
these
know,
different camps.
you know, a lot of people. One of the complaints of this show is like, I don't know who to root for. Everybody sucks, and it's like, yeah.
The Reddit story. Everybody sucks here.
Guess what? Go look at the billionaires that control your life now. Guess what? They all suck. That's just how it works. But Damon is the one that I'm like, okay. And what spoilers, I know how Damon dies because of book people.
Yep.
I know. Do you know too?
They yes,
don't
yes,
say
because
it
of book people, but also like there is meaning into like there's a reason that Aemond and Damon have very similar experiences at Harrenhal.
Okay, stop! Shut up! You know you're doing it.
Look, they kind of had. Okay, I felt like that was safe enough because they both had visions that they showed on the show.
Yeah,
and they were very similar visions.
Yeah, I think that it's like it's hard. I don't know. I think the small folk is one thing, and it is one of the more compelling storylines. Can we just talk about him attacking Ulf though? About during this whole thing? Because I saw the dumbest post on Threads about Ulf. They're like, this is what happens when you treat an employee poorly. I was like, at what point?
No, he was a piece of crap.
At what point was Ulf a good employee?
No, yeah, he wasn't. He was getting drunk.
What do you mean? This is something that somebody who's never been good at their job once in their life has said. When you treat your employees bad, they betray you. When was he an employee? When did he do something worthy? You're the manager of Ulf tomorrow. Do you not just fire him?
It's hard to fire a
Dragon Rider.
A nuke.
How do you fire?
The guy has control of a nuke.
The guy owns a nuke.
And like you can kind of tell that things were going south when Rhaenyra felt the need to raise, less than savory folks who had Targaryen bloodlines so that she could have dragon power.
Not that they're better, though. Ulf is just a bad one. Hugh the Hammer's a good one. If she could have 11 Hugh the Hammers on Dragon, she'd probably be like, let's go.
Sure he is.
Oh.
Hugh's the good one.
Oh. Why are you trying to spoil stuff for me?
I just think it's so interesting that you think that Hugh is... After you saw what happened in Tumbleton, you think Hugh's going to stick around?
I don't. It's Game of Thrones, man. Anything can happen.
All right, fair enough.
I feel like you have more spoilers than I do at this point.
I mean,
do you want to know what I think?
Right, like
double spoilers. Just pause it. Mute me for a second. Here's what I think is going to happen.
Because I think possibly season 4.
Yeah, Hugh and Ulf are going to kill each other. They're just both going to die. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen.
Or like you think that there'll be a big battle between those two, like he was chasing after him.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I think I won't go into the actual spoiler that I know is going to happen.
Yeah.
About how some of these people die. I want to know how Aegon dies. That's the one I'm like, how does this? We'll get into that in the Levitts, but I think Hugh the Hammer. None of them live. This is a show about how everyone dies.
Yeah, right. It's a tragedy.
Unmute if you want, but like everyone dies. We all know everyone dies.
Yeah.
It's all about. What's funny is Devin turns to me and goes, "Is that little kid Daenerys' grandpa?" I was like, "I have no idea. I don't know which one of them which."
Yeah, right. Who's?
All right, one of them.
It's
also, I guess this is a spoiler that I thought everyone knew that Team Black wins. I thought everyone knew that.
I guess that depends on your definition of winning.
The person that the Mad King is descended from is Team Black.
Yeah, some kids might get spared.
To be fair, The descendants of all of them are from the same dude.
Yeah, because they just keep mother loving.
What are we on? I'm the host. I don't even know where we're at.
We lost it. I think it's time for our could be betters.
I'm gonna go first this time. I know that it says me in the show notes. During a little behind the scenes, during the making of the show notes, I was typing this, and Patty B just starts laughing. But I don't know if it was bad acting or if that kiss was supposed to be that awkward. I bet it was everything. I bet it was supposed to be that awkward. Like, I bet it was score. I bet it was acting. I bet it was placement, body language. That something that awkward takes me out of it. That was like her acting was amazing. I just didn't understand what was happening or why. I didn't feel like there was any lead up to that.
It's so awkward they did it again.
I didn't feel like the second one was as awkward.
Because you thought that was a dream right away? Like, you knew?
No, I just was like, whatever. At this point, whatever happens.
Okay.
But it's like the first one, I was like,
yeah.
There was never a point where I thought he was having mommy issues like that.
Oh, he's had mommy issues since, like, that was his whole
I remember
thing in the brothel. Right? Like, he's been a mommy boy.
Okay. All right.
Forever.
Maybe I missed the signals, but it was like
it's also okay if you ignore it, because it's kind of gross.
It was you know what though? Listen.
Linda.
I know people have those weird feelings. I know that exists. I'm not okay with them. I think that you should go to a therapist. But it was just the look on Allison's face when it happened was my exact feeling. So maybe she captured the audience in that way. It was like,
just saw into yourself.
What the F just happened? Why? And also, like, why?
Oh.
What? Why?
Oh. Yeah.
She clearly had no idea that was about to happen. Maybe it's so good that I'm not smart enough to understand it. But also, why are we just obsessed with this type of stuff in fiction? Like,
I mean, have you taken a look at George R.R. Martin? Right?
I don't know anything about him. I'm just saying this is gross.
It is.
This is a weird one, and I'm gonna throw up. Anyway, that's my first could be better. My second could be better.
Is the game?
Oh my gosh! I promise you, this might get a comment from a listener on Spotify. Or can we not pause the beginning or the end of the show to promote a game that no one plays? Do you know a single person who has the House of the Dragon game on their phone?
Clash of Clans variant? No, I don't.
Is that Clash of Clans variant?
It's not branded cross, but it's that same style of game.
Holy crap! Listen, just make a good game. Everyone will buy it. You don't need to make a crappy mobile game. Did you know that if you put half the money you put into one episode,
you can have a good game?
Oh my gosh! Sorry.
Yeah, the game ads were really annoying, particularly when we're like, after the episode, we're trying to get to the like after show moments thing, and it's always just like, oh, guess we have to sit through this freaking game ad.
What about you? What are your cryptic betters?
I don't have a lot, right? Like it.
Really, one of mine's an ad. That has nothing
to do
with the
show. That's fair. This is kind of where I was talking before about being 50-50 on things, where like they're giving different characters different storylines from the book. Like, for example, Damon's daughter is not supposed to be Sheep Stealer's writer. But like, it works for the story that they're
Have you
telling.
listened
So
to
that's
the
why
book
I'm kind of like
or read it?
50 on it. Huh?
Have you listened or read the book?
No, I've been very spoiled.
Oh, okay. Is that one of the things people were mad about?
Somehow I dodged the. Well, then there's some speculation about some stuff for season 4 that I'm not going to go into.
Please don't.
With
Thank
different
you.
characters, but like it is something that people are kind of upset about. And
it is not one of the better story points of the show, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
It's that one did feel forced.
It kind of took you out of it, but like they need a vehicle.
However, that scene between the dragons was one of the best scenes.
That's true.
In the whole show.
Yeah.
In the entire not just the season, that moment where they're all like, "Everybody shut up. We're having a family conversation." It's like so good.
Yeah.
Wait, is your could be better that you liked it or you didn't? I can't tell now.
It's that I'm half and half on it. It's like that's why I think it's a good could be better. It's just like I'm not like against this as far as like giving other people a bigger role in this story that they're telling, but like it can make things kind of awkward like that. And like you said, it kind of took you out of whenever there was a sheep stealer, moment. It felt like you were kind of taken out of the story.
Interesting.
Can
I have
like, they kind of needed a vehicle for things to go wrong at the Battle of the Gulch.
Oh, sorry.
And like it was a good. I guess that's more. I'm getting into some Lovitz. Yeah, I don't have a ton.
I have a could be better about the internet again.
Okay.
Do I even want to say this on this podcast?
Sure. Why not?
Maybe I'll save it for just you and me. No, I like posted it and then deleted it, but like the number of people that are like, "Oh, that was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen on television," when nothing happened between Marcerys and Rhaenyra, where it's very clear what does happen.
Oh, it's pretty clear. Yeah.
But it's also reversed.
I will say that it's very well shot.
Yes, it's reversed. So like all the screenshots are like it's going to happen the other way, and they're like, "Oh, hold on, we do need to talk about this off because this is."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Just y'all need to grow up. That's there is literally people trying to F their mother in this show. And the most disgusting thing you've ever seen
is a culture bait thing.
Like,
yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. In Game of Thrones.
In this show?
Yeah.
You're more okay with that than that? Get out of here. Do not listen to my podcast.
They must be from Alabama.
I just get out. Do not listen to this podcast if you feel that way. Yeah. You can leave a hate comment, give us the engagement, but like, no. Anyway, sorry.
That's one of our Lovitz, yo.
That's one of our Lovitz.
I mean, I will say, love it. That scene was very well shot.
Okay,
particularly, I loved with that scene the fire coming out of Rhaenyra's mouth.
Yeah,
like that was so perfectly shot that it's just like.
So that scene was spoiled for me through the screenshots.
Oh no!
And I was like, "This is what people are canceling Game of Thrones over." Nothing happened. We've literally seen a brother effing a sister on the show.
Episode 1.
The very first episode.
Yeah. Not even just this series, but the Game of Thrones
Oh
series.
my
Right?
gosh.
Like, ooh. What are
Okay.
some of your other love-its, though?
Okay. We kind of already talked about the first one. The dragons.
Oh yeah, dragons are good.
The best part about the dragons is the memes of the dragons are so good online. But like Sheep's still like, man, you put my and then Aegon's what is Sunfire? Just like
Yeah.
oh my, it's just all of it's so good. It's just so good. They're beautiful. They're amazing.
Sunfire Undertaker meme.
All of it's so good. And you know we all grew up nerds. You know, we're listening to Need to Nerd. This is all we wanted is just see a bunch of dragons fighting each other. They never fight each other. That was season 2. There was no dragon fighting in season 3.
We're gonna get so much in season 4.
Like, or season 5. Crap. You know, it depends on how long they can drag it out.
I don't think they'll do a season 5.
Hot take.
Hot take.
You underestimate HBO's.
Yeah. Because then they'd have to re-sign those actors, and then
is it only 4 seasons?
I think so. Yeah.
Better be 12 episodes next season.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
That's gonna be better. That 8 episodes is not enough for a season.
It'll always be. It could be better until we get through it.
When they cut it to 10, it was weird. Why are we cutting it to 8? It's so
we can spend more on each episode. Like
that's just not that's not true. The dragons are beautiful. That Dreamfire scene where she's I'm still confused as to what that was. But was it beautiful? Do I want to see that dragon in the future? All of it. It's all cool.
So to help you understand, so those were potential outcomes of Helena's choices. And so, you know, door number A was she sticks around and, you know, the baby that she's carrying gets taken and killed. Door number 2 is she escapes and finds the life that she wants, and the long night takes her. Right, like with the cold mist of the White Walkers, and so Go Helena finds door number 3 after weaving, you know, this beautiful tapestry of the story.
Yeah, I actually talked about this with somebody, but there's a part in the Inheritance saga. Check out our podcast on that, where Arya talks to Eragon about visions and about this type of stuff, where Eragon asks Arya, like, what's the point in doing anything if we can see the future and the future's already mapped out? And she's like, well, an elf actually already figured this out. There are things that you can do to change the future. One of them is kill yourself. Right. And this elf saw a vision of him killing his son and decided that instead of doing that, he was going to take his own life, and thus change for the future. And that is the path that our girl took.
Yeah, which is it's sad we didn't get to see more of her. She was one of my. I
thought she was going to be your favorite character.
Yeah. Just like it's so interesting, like with the power of like the Dreamers, and like the fact that Rhaenyra just like didn't know about it.
Yeah. Dude, my next one's just Aegon. Not that I like Aegon. I think, you know, a moment of like realizing that you're a shitty person does not make you a better person. But it's cool that he realized it. It's also cool that like the acting was so good. Just so good. And honestly, it was almost my favorite storyline because it was compelling every moment they were on screen. You wanted to know, like, what are they gonna do? What's gonna happen? And it was beautiful.
Right. It was really, really touching and sad when he like found Sunfire and then like There's these guys like charging to like have people see the dragon and touch the dragon, and it's just like it was so cool when Sunfire got back up when when Aegon like became himself again. I also love with Aegon in particular, like his spat with Aemond at the end.
Oh, when he's like, "I'm alive, imbecile." No, it's just a great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. The acting is so. It's so when you can do something so out of the show, and then stay in the show.
Yeah.
That's good acting.
Yeah. I love that. It's just like
Definitely love it.
Jesus moment, like, all right, look here. I can try and forgive you, but we have a long way to go. You're trying to murder me.
I'm gonna skip my next one. The start of the season was a season finale, so I'll skip it. I loved Otto's death. I thought it was beautiful. I like that they made Rhaenyra do it. I said that it was the most satisfying person to die I've ever seen on TV. And people were like, what about Joffrey? I was like, no. I hated Otto way more. He's the entire problem in the show. I understand. The books are different. Alicent has a bigger role. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, thank you. In the show, everything is Otto's fault.
Sure, because of how he schemed in season 1.
Yep. Everything is his fault. Everything falls apart because of him. Everything. He is completely to blame for all of this. And honestly, I wish it took her 7 hacks to kill that guy.
That was one of those first steps in becoming more like Daemon, as far as like, she's the one who passed the sentence.
I like that he's like, can you let Daemon do it? She's like, Daemon's like, no, bro. No.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost forgot that happened this season. I forgot about that. There's so much that happened.
I think, is it episode 2? I think it's episode 2, right? Maybe
so,
it's 3. It's either 1.
It's either 2 or 3, but yeah, it's like because there's the battle. I think it's episode 3.
You know what? I think it's episode 2. I think that it happens at the end of episode 2. Either way, it is.
I gotta go back and watch more.
Listen, there are very few people. Listen, I'm a nice guy. I don't know if you know this about me, Daddy. I care about other humans.
You? No.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. It's a weird quality I have. There are very few characters, even in fiction, that I think are unredeemable.
And Otto's one of them, huh?
Oh, I think he is rotten to the core. I think he's Dolores Umbridge bad.
Oh, that is a.
I
guess we already talked about She Who Must Not Be Named on this podcast today. So.
No, yeah, we're already donating to trans rights because of this episode. Yeah. I wish that Umbridge had gotten a death this painful.
Sure. Yeah.
That she just gets to live out in prison without Dementors. What a lucky.
I guess. Yeah. Not being able to get all the way through is. Yeah.
I loved it though. I was like,
I loved watching.
He was the whole problem. I mean, let me say this differently. He caused the whole problem.
Sure,
from the start. Think of it this way.
There's 2 problems I love watching.
Daemon could have just been king. He's the reason Daemon's not king. He's the one that sat there and said, maybe we should do something else. So that Daemon can't be king next. Then, when he named his daughter the heir, he was like, whoa, that's not what I meant. Why don't you check on my daughter? She's 17.
Yeah, that was, if that. I think she was 14.
In the book, she's older than that, but...
Is she? Okay.
Yeah. I think there's an 8 or 9 year difference. Like I said,
Yeah,
they're not like sisters in the book. It's
Viserys
like,
is an older man, like much older when this all happens. So
I don't know. I loved watching him die, and honestly, I watched it more than once.
I love that.
I'm a nice guy, and I loved it. What about you? What are your biggest loves?
You know who I love watching die? Cole and Ormond this season. Like Cole just dying so ungracefully.
Can I just say how cool that was?
Yeah.
Cool, not Cole. No, you go first, but I want to echo it.
Yeah, just like he's doing all this stuff to slow down the Northmen, and Gwaine figures out what's going on and comes to that realization. Oh yeah, he is not himself. He is not well. He is planning on dying, and I don't plan on dying. So he dips out, which is good because Darren needed help.
I wanted to talk about this death because it was going to be one of my love-its, and I forgot until you just said it. What a loser!
He really is a pretty big loser.
What a loser! He's like, "Nah, we'll attack him in the night. We'll go underhanded and I'm the greatest human to ever live in the world, and blah 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 blah." And then it's like time to die. He's like, "Well, what about just let me die in a moment of glory and fight 2 of you?" They're like, "No, you just literally ransacked us during the night, you little butthead."
Yeah, and like the whole like getting Alicent's favor without like her really wanting to give him favor when he left, end of season 2, right? Like,
dude, the guy was
a real
a
piece of work for a long time.
Total loser. He's like, "I built myself from nothing." It's like, no, you built yourself on lies and slander, and you sucked.
Yes.
Listen, and that's knowing how this ends. I know that Rhaenyra sucks, but Rhaenyra gave you an out. I don't know. The dude sucked. And what was so funny is I was going to the bathroom, and I was like, nothing that intense is gonna happen. And I hear my wife go, "Oh!"
Then I turn over the guy.
My wife goes, "Oh!" I was like, "Oh, pause." She goes, "No, I think you're gonna want to rewind."
Nah.
Okay. And I come back and I watch it. And I'm like, that was
something big did happen.
Something
Huzzah.
satisfying.
Oh,
I saw really good threads about this. It's like, I didn't expect to see Cole at the beginning of the next episode either, but they had his head on his plate.
Yeah, that was nice. I really loved that. I think he's a Tully character who was like the older man from the north who died with Ormond, where like he goes after him, and
not a Tully. This was like a whole debate on the internet
because he had the fish on his.
No, he is okay. Can we actually talk about this for a second? Do you care if we spend like 2 minutes on this?
Sure. Yeah.
So all of the men that the North sent were the men that would not survive the winter. So
Gotcha.
all of these people were destined to die.
Yeah.
But everybody, what's so funny that you said he's a Tully, a lot of people thought he was a Stark. He's not a Stark either. Now I feel like we need to look up his name.
Right, just like who this guy actually is. But like, regardless of his house, he's the older door, and we know who we're talking about, right? Like, and he like loses an arm in this fight with Ormond, and then he gets him back, gets Ormond in the cojones, and then you see Ulf get his revenge, right? And as they're about to burn to a crisp, you see the panic in Ormond's eyes, and you see the elation in this character's eyes. And I just loved that.
Dude, it's so good.
That scene.
It is so Lord Roderick Dustin.
Lord Dustin. Okay.
So not a Stark, not like he just was the general for these old men of the North that have agreed to die for the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was beautiful. A lot of people are like, that was the most vile, disgusting thing. What a gross way for the Starks to be portrayed in this show. And it's like, one, not a Stark.
Yeah.
Two,
Not a Stark.
Two, the dude already was gonna die. I don't know. I think it's good, right? Like, I don't know. I think that it's good writing to know, like, these people have been like, are volunteering. They're like, oh, I will not survive a winter up north. Let me go south and die for something I believe in, right?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
It's just cool,
right? Like, and it's very selfless as far as like, yeah, I'm not going to take up the resources that you guys will need, right? Like,
yeah,
because it's so scarce during that period, right? Like,
yeah. People are like, I'm just saying, the internet was like, it was dishonoring the North, and it's like, do you know
right.
how many houses are up
like,
north?
oh yeah, you just love the Starks.
Well, no, he's not a Stark. He's not.
I know.
He's not a
people on the internet just like,
he's not a proper guy. He's
because
a northern
he's
a northern wild man in a lot of ways. He's he's up
because
here.
they were the heroes of the main story and the main series. Yeah. Like, people just love the Starks and just super defensive. Like, come on, get out of here.
And the others, I didn't realize I stole one of yours.
Oh no, it's okay. It happens because there's a lot of things that we do love each about it. I kind of love the love triangle that is brewing between the Hull boys and Daemon's other daughter, right? Like,
oh, can we talk about that really quick?
Sure, yeah.
Do you think he realized it yet?
He caught on, like,
I think he did, right? He was like,
that one point. There was that one point where it's like he was trying to seek her favor, and like, oh, he told you about our thing.
I know, but at first I was like, he was like, what? And then I feel like there was a scene later where he was like, oh, yeah.
So that's going to be interesting between those two brothers, especially with the kind of fight that they had at the end of the season with.
I know they really need to get their niece in line. It's so gross. It's so gross, and people are like,
"There's so much of it."
It's just so much. That's it. Should we rate it?
Yeah. The other thing I have to highlight, I didn't put all of them in here because I'm looking at the
episodes.
Not necessarily just the episodes, but just like the characters. See stuff that I love. I loved Alice Rivers in this season. She was so perfect for her role of being, and you learn a bit more about her, right? Like, it's like, I've been here for hundreds of years. Like,
dude, I think that she's a really good actress. I don't know that it made any sense. I don't know if she's lying. I don't like. I really do need to finish the show before I listen to the books. Yeah, I think it'll make the show better.
Yeah, she's definitely very connected to the werewoods, and like the fact that werewood bed gave Daemon and Aemond, visions. Alice is tied to this castle.
Oh, actually, can we talk about something? Keep going.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, potential spoiler because I don't know, but I want to talk about something that is not, as far as I know, in the show or the books. But don't want people if you want to just ignore this for just a second. I think those dragon eggs are fake as F.
Oh, okay. You think they're fake? Okay.
I believe that they are completely fake. They are not real. She is manipulating him.
It could be very possible. It's hard to, it's kind of hard to say. I know that like dragon riders and Targaryens can like feel the egg, like eggs that were thought to be dead, right? Like, or whatever. Like the Targaryens were able to detect that no, these dragons are just sleeping, right? Like they're still. Um,
I mean, we saw that in the show in this season.
yeah,
Actually, that's a
this
lot
season,
that we missed.
this season, Daenerys with the eggs in the main series. So like, it's kind of and I feel like he had that moment with there, but it's really hard to tell, right? Like, and I think that's a good thing with this series, right? Is like with the Alice River stuff, like it's hard to tell what's real and what's not because of the way that she's able to.
She's such a good actress. It's so good.
Yeah.
What else?
And the last character that I loved is Prince Darren. Like he's so like has this desire to be good and do the right thing, and
he's gonna make a good Link.
Is that?
Wait, do you not know that?
I did not know that he was cast as Link.
He is Link in the live action Legend of Zelda movie coming out in 2 years.
Oh, heck yeah. That's great. He's so talented, and he definitely looks like Link in the greens. Like
he's gonna. I think he's gonna crush it.
Yeah,
he's a little young.
He's a rock in a hard place.
He's a little. I don't know which Link. I assume he's playing adult Link, but
mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know the Zelda story there. He is Link. He is I think he might be the only person they've announced. So,
gotcha.
He crushed it. I agree. I wish he would just chop that dragon's chains off and ride him into the sunset and just leave because that's what he wants to do. But 0 to 10, 0. We would never, ever, ever recommend this 10. It is the perfect season of TV. Where would you rate it, Peggy?
9.6.
6? 2.6.
9.6.
I know. I just said 9 but the 6 was throwing me off.
I've given some stuff a 9.5, right? And I think it's still better than some of those 9.5s. So 9.6. It's great. There's not a lot wrong.
Yeah, I'm also at a 9.5. I think it's not too short because of the way that they did it, but it is too short. Like, come on.
I felt like I couldn't count that against, like, once the change was made to 8, like, that was an issue for me for season 2. Yeah. But once that has now been established as, like, this is how long these will be, like, I don't hold it against them as much as far as, like, affecting my ranking of the series.
I think the thing is like, I'm trying to think of if a whole story got told. And there is one that did get told, and it's Aegon's.
Mm-hmm.
Aegon's growth got told. That's the story that got told. Is there another story that got told that I'm missing that was like a complete story in the season?
I would say Helena's story, right? Like the Helena's time in King's Landing.
So that couple's story got told. Well, I mean, his story's not over, but
it's not. But yeah, just and how I just love, like, you kind of knew that she was the one.
Maybe it is
working on that tapestry all season.
I will, when I watch this show again, this will be the season I'm most excited for the first time around.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're like, you know what I haven't watched in a long time? House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon, yeah.
And like you watch it in like 4 years and you're like, oh, I forgot.
Let's go watch some
Season 3 was a banger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like is that not the takeaway? It's like, it was so good.
It's a season, that when you come back to this show, like, oh yeah, season 3 is great. Let's watch season 3.
Yeah, her feeding them rats was like,
that was so funny. I love that.
We didn't mention that in Lovitz, but like when you watch that again in 4 years, Patty, you're gonna be like, oh, let's go, Queen.
Right, and bringing in cats to solve the rat problem.
No, it was a banger of a season.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna give it a 10. I think it's perfect. My could be betters were a commercial and the season was too short, and a scene that was probably good. I'll give it a 10.
Nice.
Spencer gives it a 10. Might be the title of this. Have I ever given a perfect score?
We've given a lot of 5s when it was 5-star reviews.
I don't know if I've ever given it a 10. The first 10.
Comment below if you go back and watch.
Go let us know. Thank you so much for listening. Patty B, where can people find you?
They can find me on Blue Sky, X, and Threads at PattyBMTG.
You're going to say Twitter. You can find me at Spencer13H on Threads and Blue Sky. And then every week on the Constructive Criticism podcast, where we talk about how to improve at Magic the Gathering or life in general. It's mostly about Magic, but it does help. I used that this week, and I'm excited to talk about the podcast next week. So, like, subscribe, review. We love you. We appreciate you. We'll see y'all next week with a brand new episode of the Need to Nerd podcast.